Well, good morning. It's 7:48 on Business for Breakfast, and due to an improving economy and the new pro-business legislation out of Washington, U.S. stocks just enjoyed another winning quarter. But did you know emerging markets did more than twice as well? The strong performance has investors and money managers around the world scrambling to catch up. Global investors moved almost $60 billion into developing markets in the first 3 months of 2017, including more than $29 billion in March alone. And on the phone with us this morning is Alex Wilson from Precious Timber, a company that operates in the emerging Central American marketplace, growing coffee, coconuts, and hardwoods. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Ken.
Well, you're on the Costa Rica-Nicaragua border in the managed farming business. Tell us a little more about your company and how the region generates a lot of the fruits, vegetables, coffee, and timber grown there, and how it ends up in our supermarkets.
Yes, you're right. Most of the stuff that you probably buy yourself. I know when I walk into places like Whole Foods and, Sprouts and companies that have a variety of sort of fresh vegetables and fruits, you'll see on the labels they're from Peru, they're from Chile, they're from Nicaragua, they're from Guatemala. So we're down in this Central American tropics. We're on the border, as you said, with Costa Rica and Nicaragua. We've been there now, 17 years. It goes by quickly. And started in the timber business, in the tropical timber business. And of course, that's a specialized area of the investment world too. It's you were talking about how money managers are trying to scramble to catch up with the returns that have been sort of seen in the developing world, and timber's a big part of that. I mean, most of the very high valuable timber grows down in that part of the world. It takes such a long time to grow up in our climates. Down in the tropics, things grow very, very quickly. But with regards to the investment side of things, which is what you prefaced, a lot of investors don't realize and maybe haven't studied and haven't thought of an asset allocation in their portfolio of agriculture, where the Central American tropics can grow it safely, efficiently, and end up, being beneficial to your overall return on an annualized basis.
Alex, you just mentioned investors, and you have a blended agricultural fund. What type of investor is best suited to this type of vehicle?
I think the best type of investor is someone that has patience. Of course, things take a little time to grow. Now, of course, coconuts, we grow coconuts too. We grow coffee. Those trees are they produce annually, so there's a crop coming off every single year, and of course that produces a passive income, almost like, investors that enjoy rental income from property. Very much the same as that. Obviously, the longer term commodities like timber require some patience. Obviously, they're also spinning off a higher rate of return, somewhere in the mid-teens. So the typical investor that would invest in our fund, for example, our fund has all three. It has timber, it has coconuts, it has coffee. But that investor is someone that wants to keep that asset in their portfolio for an extended period of time. They're generally accredited investors, so they have higher net worth, and they're doing it for several reasons. They're doing it for wealth preservation, they're doing it for capital appreciation, and they're also doing it for the long-term income prospects.
Now, before we run completely out of time here, Alex, tell us about this, because this would make a great idea to go actually see what you've been talking about in person and have one heck of a vacation at the same time. You have free tours to your farms and plantations.
Yeah, well, a lot of our clients do just that, Ken. They hear about us, maybe through your show, through other places. They're intrigued first, so I would always encourage people to get on our website, PreciousTimber.com, grab some of the free reports, the free downloads, educate yourself a little bit about the space first, and then consider coming down, because you're right. It is a fun adventure. You are coming, as I say, into the tropics. So, what you need is a big floppy hat to keep the sun off your head. You need your suntan lotion and your shorts. But you have a lot of fun because you're walking up and down the plantations. You're in and out of the forest. You're seeing the monkeys. You're seeing the ocelots. You're seeing the parrots. You're sipping nice adult beverages on the beach when we got some free time.
I'm sold. So listen, we need to get to a website or something for people to follow up on this before we let you go, okay?
Yeah, so great place, as I mentioned, is PreciousTimber.com. That's a good spot to go. And then also you can call us on our toll-free number, which is 855-888-6288.
Very good. Alex Wilson, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks so much for being on our show today.
Have a great day.